Hey everybody, what's up? So I just finished playing Leisure Suit Larry Wet Dreams Don't Dry on the Switch. I would recommend, if you're interested in playing this game, because it's point and click, play it on PC, whatever. Switch or other consoles, probably not a good idea. The reason I say that is the movement is kind of wonky. Also, apparently, because I had to look up a couple things, so I got lost. The PC version does have like certain achievements. There are certain added things that you can't do in the ports. So, what is the basis of the game? Well, it goes that starts off like this guy's talking about like alpacas and like some guy showing up, and it's just weird. And it cuts to we find Larry, who's a lot different, um, in this dark room, and what you find is like about 30 or so years have passed, and people, where have you been? So Larry just gets basically like a crash course in modern society. There's like they make fun of stuff like the biggest one was Uber. Two of them was like Uber, Tinder, and what was the other one? Instagram. And so Larry doesn't know what smartphones or anything like that. It's kind of weird because it goes through this crash course of typical Larry. He meets this woman, wants to get it on with her, and she tells him, "Well, you have to have like 90 points." I don't get it. I don't use some of the stuff on Timber in order for her to hook up with him. So you have to go through the game like doing all these different weird puzzles to hook up like with different people. And in typical point and click adventure fashion, you do pick up things you don't need. And you have to figure out, okay, do I need this? Do I not need it? Or, you may have to wait for the game to progress. It's there and you want it, but you can't have it. As Larry goes through the process of different things, it'll have like Instacrap upgrade stories updated. The Switch version also apparently had a censorship issue with it. People didn't like, um, which I'm kind of curious. It's not like a major thing or anything like that. It's kind of stupid actually. But yeah, it's also supposed to take place like in an alternate timeline from the regular Larry games. They do kind. Allo was not a part of this, and while that is true, it does carry through with some of the humor that you normally expect in a Larry game. Obviously, Larry's still a horn dog trying to get it, with a woman. He thinks he's, God's gift to women, basically. Typical Larry. But he has to figure out how to do all this stuff in a modern society that he knows nothing about. I kind of thought that it was kind of a cheap thing, I'll be honest, kind of in a bit of a way, because Larry has to go through all this stuff, and he's shown a video, like you pick up the smartphone, and he's shown a video of everything that's been going on. You're making comments, and you're like, okay, what's he talking about here? Um, it's like I think like 86 or 87 was the first game, and that's where they basically base it off of from there after he wakes up. It's kind of weird. You don't really understand where he's Larry been, why all of a sudden does he show up in the future. I've heard that it's kind of continuation of two other games, which made no sense to me. I could be wrong. I think there was a reboot of the Larry franchise, and somebody said it's kind of like Leisure Larry rebooted. I never played that game. Never had a chance to yet. Would love to because I love the series. Never played Magna Cum Laude because I've heard a lot of bad things about that one, to be honest. Um, but yeah, ultimately though, I mean, it is a fun game. And I do have some gripes with, how do I want to put it? The major one is they still keep the question and answer deal in there, which if you've ever played a Larry game, they have this deal built in where you have to answer certain questions. in order to basically play the game. And some of the questions I kind of felt were ridiculous because they're things you'd basically have to be born within a certain time frame or know about like certain world events and know what's going on. Um, it kind of pokes fun at like popular culture, people's basically love for the past, how society bases things off of like Instagram, for example. One of the people that you meet at the beginning is an Instacrap influencer, and Larry's like, "Okay, I'm gonna hook up with her." Yeah, that is, that's Larry. Nothing goes right. There was a part of the game where you have to get someone to do something for you, and you have to ask someone a particular question. I never did. And it goes in and says, "Hey, are you so and so who does whatever?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, I never asked the right person this question. Like, so what's up? I don't know. It's kind of one of the goofy things. It's cheap. It's like $6. That's why I played it. I've seen it around, so that's why I picked it up. It's not the best. It's not the worst. If you've never played the other games, it might be perfect. Keep in mind, if you're a fan of Donald Trump, they do kind of poke fun at him. I had no problem with it because it's a Larry game and I love cheap laughs, so what can I say? Um, and I'm normally against politics in a game, but that was one of those things where it's like, okay, I can see this happening. Just keep in mind that there is some humor, which can be offensive. It's a Larry game. Um, they do cut back on a lot of the jokes that have been done in the past. Um, I admit it, like some of the humor kind of is a drag because you're used to what Larry's done in the past, especially like if you played the original games, and then you get this thing which is like an alternate Larry timeline. And so I'm thinking, okay, but what happened, with After Love for Sale? I'm thinking all this other stuff, and I don't realize until I'm looking stuff up that is this alternate timeline. I'm like, what happened to Patty? You have to look it up. She was like this woman that Larry went after. Um, but yeah, it's it's a 50-50 shot, whether you like it or not. I'll be honest with you. If you don't like nerdy but dirty humor, you're not gonna like it. There is a porn shop that you have to go into. I will admit to that. Um, there's some stuff that people may feel comfortable with. But yeah, it's a Larry game. You have to go into an open-minded. I know I'm saying that a lot, but it's the truth. Anything that involves leadership, Larry, it's going to be questionable humor. It's going to be filthy. You're going to want to take a shower afterwards, but it's worth it. That's it, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Take care.